Hi everyone, welcome back to Scented Moments channel. I'm Guerlain. I hope you're all doing well. In this video, I want to share with you my top 10 best summer fragrances of 2021. So summer just arrived, and so I think it's about time to talk about my summer fragrance list. And so without further ado, like always, I will talk about my top 5 designers and top 5 niche, and it will be in a specific order. So that being said, starting in the designer side of things, coming in the number 5 spot, it is from the house of Hugo Boss. Yes, I think it's the first time that I have a Hugo Boss fragrance in a list, and this one is quite underrated in my opinion. It is Hugo Boss Bottled Unlimited. First of all, I really do like this white matte glass, quite heavy, thick glass. Actually, I do enjoy the look of this bottle presentation. It feels quite summery, fresh, and uplifting. And the scent inside, actually, it is quite unique for a designer. So you have mint, you have pineapple. And no, this is not similar to Aventus at all. You have pineapple, you have grapefruit, you have musk in the base, you have a hint of patchouli. It's a bit spicy. So this is quite... It's great. I mean, I really do like the pineapple in here with the mint and slightly spicy. I really do enjoy this. I mean, is it the most natural smelling fragrance? Of course not. Not at all, but I think it smells amazing. I think the mint here doesn't have the toothpaste feel that I really don't like. It feels quite green and refreshing with this sweet, not overly sweet pineapple with some spices, like a bit peppery and then musky. You have a hint of grapefruit as well. I mean, it's a solid fragrance from the house of Hugo Boss, and this is perfect for summer. Great performance, and I highly advise you to check this fragrance out. So again, in the number 5 spot, because I mean, the other 4 fragrances are heavy hitters, at least in my opinion, of course, although some of them are very new in this summer list. So coming in the number 5, coming in the number 5 spot from the house of Hugo Boss, it is Hugo Boss Bottled Unlimited. Coming in the number 4 spot from the house of Chanel. Now this is a fragrance that always has been in a summer list. Since I started this channel, this fragrance is always here. It's from the house of Chanel, and it is Allure Homme Edition Blanche. This one right here. So this is the lemon meringue pie that everyone talks about. This has lemon, of course, has vanilla, has black pepper, it has musk, and so this is a fantastic signature scent all year round. I would even say this is not just for summer. I think this fits perfectly during even the colder weather because of the sweetness of the vanilla. This also has tonka bean, so this is sweet, not overly sweet. It has the lemon here is done so well. It gives brightness and effervescent. It's quite effervescent, and it's wonderful. Absolutely love this. I already put this like in the number 1. This was already number 2. I mean, this was already in a lot of places in this summer list. Now in this year it will be number 4, but it's always present. This is a type of scent that I can never be without. If I would do like a top 10 like fragrances for life, this would definitely be in that list. So again, from the house of Chanel, great performance. This is an Eau de Parfum. You had the Eau de Toilette Concentré. I think that formulation is discontinued, and now you just get the Eau de Parfum. A lot of people complain that the Eau de Parfum performs worse than the Eau de Toilette Concentré. I never tried the original formulation, so I don't know about that, but I can say that I never had any sort of problems with performance with this one, with the EDP concentration. I think this concentration performs really well. it lasts through the entire day. It will project, people will smell you. So, and this is actually one of my most complimented fragrances ever. So again, this is just a number 4 because the other 3 are quite new in this summer list, and so I want to highlight them a bit more. But this one, I mean, this will always be in the summer list. So from the house of Chanel, it is Allure Homme Edition Blanche. Now coming in the number 3 spot, it's from the house of Loewe, and it is Loewe Siete Natural. This one right here, very interesting looking bottle. I love the frosted glass with this baby blue color of the liquid. But I think Loewe now is reformulating all of their bottle presentations. I think now their bottle presentations will be all the same, similar to 001, for example, and so they are reformulating all their bottle presentations. I don't know in terms of they are reformulating the fragrance inside or not. I guess not, it's just the bottle, but nonetheless, this one, man, it's so unique. This is so unique. So this has yuzu, it has incense, it has aquatic notes, and it's spicy as well. It's wonderful. I mean, this is such a unique fragrance. The opening is a bit harsh, and that's the reason why this is number 3. If the opening would be smoother and would have a more natural feel, this would be a bit higher in this list. But because of that opening, like the first minute, it's a bit harsh. It's a bit, I would say, even synthetic. But then, wow, then the magic will happen. You have the yuzu, a fantastic bitter yuzu with incense, and you have the aquatic nuances that will start to show up, and then you have that pepperiness as well. Fantastic scent right here, perfect for summer. This is a fantastic signature scent fragrance for the summertime. But I would even say, considering the more heavy nuances that this one has, this also has, if I'm not mistaken, in the dry down, this has a hint of musk and patchouli. But don't quote me on the patchouli, I'm not so sure, but I know that this is a bit heavy in the base, in the dry down. Nonetheless, I think this is fantastic for summer. The yuzu with the aquatic nuances, with the incense, creates the most unique combination, and the final result is a fantastic aquatic, incensey, spicy, citric fragrance. Very unique. I highly advise you to check this fragrance out. The performance, actually, it's average. I mean, it's in the 6-hour mark in terms of longevity. I mean, the performance, the projection, I want to say, it's okay. I mean, it's not that you will fill a room, but then again, with summer fragrances, you should not expect to fill a room, let's say. And but nonetheless, I think this has a solid performance overall, and well, I highly advise you to check this fragrance out. I think this is an eau de toilette. Yes, this is an eau de toilette concentration, and again, average performance, but the scent, it's very unique. So again, from the house of Loewe, it is Siete Natural. Coming in the number 2 spot, from the house of Guerlain, and I will not go in the debate of Guerlain if it's niche or designer. I mean, from the most part, I consider Guerlain niche, but I mean, for the sake of this video and considering this line from the Acqua di Saleh collection, which is a bit more affordable and it's more readily available out there, that's why I'm putting this in the designer side. Nonetheless, this could easily be a niche because the quality is fantastic, and I already talked about this fragrance on my favorite citrus fragrances that I recorded not so long ago, like a couple of weeks ago, and the fragrance is Mandarin Basilic. Beautiful bottle presentation. This is the standard bottle presentation of the Acqua di Saleh fragrances. Mandarin Basilic, guys, wow, what a fantastic mandarin orange. Oh, it's so bubbly, so effervescent. So you have grapefruit, you have mandarin orange, you have green tea as well, you have neroli, ivy. It's then quite musky in the base. It's a bit ambery as well. This fragrance is pure happiness. This is so good. And this has a natural feel. I mean, it's incredible. It's even crazy how good and how realistic this feels. This is perfect for summer. The performance actually is quite good. I don't have any complaints whatsoever. This will last through the entire day. I mean, of course, this will not last you for the night as well, but we are talking about 6 to 7 hours, a bit more maybe, pushing it. But nonetheless, for a citrus fragrance, I think this lasts really well. Projects also quite well as well. So I think this is a solid alternative for a citrus fragrance. If you are searching for one, check this one out, especially if you like an orangey-like fragrance. This one I think is a great alternative. It's a great option for you to try. This is fairly unisex, in my opinion, and just like almost all of the Acqua di Saleh collection, I think, from the most part at least, they are all unisex. Some might feel a bit more feminine than others. I think this one in particular, it's quite unisex. It's very citrusy. It's slightly sweet, but not that much sweet. And you have the green tea with the neroli. I don't like neroli, but it's here, it's present, but it's not the main note, so it's tolerable if you don't like neroli like I don't like. This is still a great fragrance to experience. So in the number 2 spot, it's a fantastic scent. It's a realistic, natural feel, with the natural feel, orangey, mandarin orange, with grapefruit type of scent. Highly advise you to check this fragrance out. So again, from the house of Guerlain, from in the number 2 spot, it is Mandarin Basilic from the Acqua di Saleh collection. Now coming in the number 1, my number 1 is from the house of Hermès, and it is Eau de Merveille Bleue. This beautiful bottle, I mean seriously, gorgeous looking bottle, and I absolutely love this fragrance. It's, as of now, my favorite designer aquatic scent. It's done so well, and actually this was my scent of the day of today. I don't know when I will upload this, either Sunday or Monday. Today's Sunday, and this was my scent of the day today, Sunday. Fantastic. So this has mineral notes, ozonic notes. This has patchouli. It's a bit woodsy as well, but this is so sparkly. It has like a white floral nuance in here, like a neroli / jasmine impression. But it's more about the saltiness, the aquatic touch, that it's done so well. I mean, this is not harsh, it's not piercing, it's not synthetic, it's not chemically. This is done so well. After all, this is an Hermès, and it's smooth, and it's so bright and so uplifting, so joyful. And again, this is unisex. Although I think this is marketed towards women. Like, I think all of this line, the Eau de Merveille collection, it's marketed more towards women, but I think from the most part they are all unisex. I have 3 fragrances from this collection. Eau de Merveille Bleue, also have L'Ombre de Merveille and Elixir de Merveille. Actually, I have a video comparing L'Ombre de Merveille with Elixir de Merveille, so I highly advise you to check that video out if you have yet to. This one is the fresher take of this DNA. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. It's smooth, it's everything. It has a calming effect as well. It's beautiful. This is for me a perfect signature scent for the summertime. Good performance. I mean, it's not incredible again, but it has good performance. And again, if you're searching for an aquatic fragrance, check this one out. It's a gem, and it's my number 1, Eau de Merveille Bleue from Hermès. Now let's talk about the niche side of things. Coming in at number 5 spot from the house of Frapin, it is L'Humaniste. This one right here. I recently acquired this one, and I absolutely love this bottle presentation of Frapin fragrances. L'Humaniste number 5. Why? Despite the fact that this has one of the best openings that I ever tried, the performance, it's quite poor. I mean, it's in the 3 to 4 hours mark, unfortunately, but while this one lasts, it's fantastic. And this is an Eau de Parfum, but well, the longevity isn't that great. But man, this is so good. So this has a gin and tonic. So this has gin, has juniper, it's spicy, you have black pepper, pink pepper, but the opening is all about this. I think mint, it's not featured, has an official note, but it has a mintiness in here with a lot of citruses. So you have mandarin orange and grapefruit, bergamot, and it's so smooth, it's so realistic, it's delicious even. And then transitions into this boozy, sparkly fragrance. Absolutely love this one. Just number 5 because of the performance, but in terms of the smell, it's one of the best scents that I have for the summer, definitely. L'Humaniste from Frapin. Highly advise you to check this fragrance out. Actually, a solid alternative that I could have mentioned, but I will mention now. It's from the house of Bon Parfumeur 004. Now, they are quite different from each other. Bon Parfumeur 004, I already talked about that fragrance. It has also that gin tonic feel, but the citruses, it's not as diverse as in L'Humaniste. So 004, it's more about the mandarin orange. It has mint, a more prominent mint. It has gin, it has juniper, then it has musk. So I think it's a solid alternative. It's greener, feels more green than in L'Humaniste, and the performance is better, and it's also cheaper in terms of price. But nonetheless, the opening, it's better in here than in 004, but it's again different fragrances. 004, it's still great, has a natural feel as well. That mint is done very well. And so I highly advise you to check Bon Parfumeur 004 if you're searching for like a gin tonic fragrance with better performance than L'Humaniste. Nonetheless, I slightly prefer this one. That's why it's featured in this list after all. Absolutely love this one. It's L'Humaniste from Frapin in the number 5 spot. Coming in number 4 spot, it's from House of Xerjoff, and it is Neo. This one right here, Neo, from the Shooting Stars collection. Gorgeous looking bottle. I mean, it depends on your taste. Some might find this a bit tacky. I absolutely love it. Neo, number 4 because of the pricing. So this is a 50 ml bottle size, and it will run you 235 euros. And this is, yes, it's the best bergamot fragrance out there, with jasmine, with neroli, has cardamom. So this has a sensuality. It's spicy, citrusy, a bit floral. It's very sensual. It's one of the most sensual, if not the most sexy, if you if you want, citrusy fragrance that I have. But I mean, for 235, you can have, for example, Renaissance from the same brand, and you will get the 100 ml, which I have, the 100 ml of Renaissance for 200 euros, and the quality is fantastic. Again, also one of the best openings that I tried. You have a blast of citruses right on the top with mint, you have rose, you have vetiver. I mean, it's a stunning scent, and it's more complex actually than Neo. Neo feels a bit linear. You have the bergamot, the jasmine, the spices, especially the cardamom, and doesn't change all that much. And in Renaissance, you can see the nuances. So that's why, I mean, for 235 for a citrusy scent, I mean, it's a bit hard to justify. So that's why it's just number 4, but I mean, it's the best bergamot out there. It's very realistic, has a natural feel in it, and it's quite sensual, so that's why it's featured here. It's sparkly, it's simply stunning. I mean, a lot of people prefer, for example, Bergamot 22 from Le Labo. For me, well, I prefer this one. So number 4 spot, Nio from Xerjoff. Now coming in number 3 spot, a fragrance that I already talked about a lot in this channel, from the house of the Portuguese niche brand Comporta Perfumes, Olhar Trancoso. Well, my latest video, it's about 5 amazing coconut fragrances, and this one was featured in that video. Absolutely love this. This is, wow, this is so good. One of the best coconut fragrances that I ever tried. It's watery, so you have watery notes, an aquatic nuance, it's a bit salty, and then the coconut, it's done so well. It's so smooth, it has a natural feel in here, and really puts you, this is vacations in a bottle. I mean, it seems that I'm drinking coconut water next to the beach every time I smell this. Oh yeah, it's so good. It's musky in the base. It's also a bit woodsy. Although I don't know if this has like cedar as an official note, but it has like some sort of a woodsy base. But man, this is fantastic. You have like this sea breeze in here with the watery nuances, and then you have the coconut with the musk. I mean, it's a quite sexy fragrance in my opinion, and more than that, it's perfect for holidays, perfect for vacation time. If you're searching for one, I think this is a solid alternative. I absolutely love the bottle presentation as well. Very heavy bottle, thick glass, pure wood cap, and I highly advise you to check this one out. This was created by Stéphanie Bacouche, which is the same nose behind MDC Invasion Barbare, which I consider to be my favorite barbershop fragrance. This is stunning. It has the performance. This lasts for a very long time actually, and it projects, and it has this beautiful coconut which doesn't come across cheap. I mean, seriously, this comes across like a very expensive fragrance, vacation time fragrance. Absolutely love this. So again, number 3 spot, O Olhar Trancoso from Comporta Perfumes. Now coming in number 2 spot, this is another fragrance that has been forever on my summer list. It's already been my number 1. Now it's number 2. I can't see myself without this fragrance. From the house of Profumum Roma, and it is Acqua di Saleh. Acqua di Saleh is summer in a bottle. This is the best, the very best aquatic fragrance out there. Period. In my opinion, of course. This, it's instantly, I instantly get this smile every time I smell this. Oh, man, this is so good. You all know how much I love Profumum Roma. This smells like you just fill this bottle with ocean water, and then you will put some wood sticks in here, like more cedar sticks to be more precise, and you have Acqua di Saleh. Acqua di Saleh is the most realistic, oceanic, salty, seaweedy, sea breeze fragrance out there. It's insane how realistic, and it has a natural feel in here. So it's really the way that this is blending, the way that they blend this fragrance is fantastic. And then you have the cedar wood in the base. Stunning. This for me was already my signature scent last year. and a couple of years ago as well. So I have so many great memories attached with this fragrance. The performance is incredible. Like all Profumum Roma fragrances, this is an extrait de parfum. So I mean, this will last through the entire day and night. This will project a lot. This is actually one of my most complimented fragrances also for the summertime, and this is so sensual. I absolutely love the projection, the scent cloud that this fragrance leaves. It's so sexy, so sexy. Absolutely love this fragrance. I think this is the best, again, the best aquatic fragrance out there that has a sensual touch, because it feels like it's the dry skin out of the beach, you know, when you have the salt all dry on your skin after the whole day in the beach. Yeah, that's the scent cloud that it leaves, but it's so sensual. Absolutely love it. Again, number 2 spot, it is from Profumum Roma, Acqua di Saleh. And my number 1 had to be this one. Well, I was debating between this one or Acqua di Saleh has my number 1, but because Acqua di Saleh will always be on my summer list, I choose this one for my number 1. From the house of Frederick Malle, Music for a While. Yes, Music for a While is my number 1 summer fragrance in the niche side. I absolutely love this. This fragrance, oh man, this is so good. This has the best pineapple that I ever experienced. So juicy, and it's sweet, not overly sweet, but it's sweet nonetheless. It's sweet, it's juicy, it's realistic, it's literally smells like you just cutted pineapple fruit. Wow, it's stunning. And then you have this beautiful, relaxing, fresh lavender. The lavender in here reminds me of the lavender used in Caron pour un Homme, which is, I mean, the reference for lavender fragrances. And then you have in the base, you have patchouli, that gives an earthy quality. It has like a dark nuance in here. It adds a dark nuance in here, an earthy, soily nuance in here. This fragrance, it's so unique, and it still feels tropical because of the pineapple, and it's fun. It's a very playful, outgoing, avant-garde fragrance for the summertime, in my opinion. So it has the tropical nuance of the pineapple, has the fresh qualities and the calm qualities of the lavender, and then it has the more earthy, soily qualities of the patchouli. I would even say the more masculine qualities of the patchouli. It's a fantastic scent, and this fragrance, I will use this fragrance so much during the summer. I'm already using it a lot actually, and I will wear this even more during the summer. This is fantastic. I love this. Music for a While, it was not love at first sniff, and if you are following this channel for a while, you might know that this was not love at first sniff, and I rediscovered this fragrance through a sample, which actually I recorded like a sampling fragrances video, and one of these samples was Music for a While, and boy, I was in love right away, immediately. It seems like it's a different fragrance even that I remembered. So this fragrance, highly advise you to check this fragrance out if you want a more playful, fun, fruity, tropical scent. Check this one out. I think this might not be love at first sniff, but you need to give some time to experience the whole scent. Highly advise you to check this fragrance out. Great performance also, and it's so good. So yeah, number 1 spot, Music for a While from Frederick Malle. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments down below, what fragrances will you wear during the summer? Tell me everything, guys. What fragrances will you try? And what fragrances should I try for the summertime. So tell me everything in the comments down below. See you in the next video. Take care. Ciao.